Hi guys, HyDra here, and I hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. Arguably two of the most entertaining days of competitive COD content we have had here in the scene in quite some time, with the Dashy versus 20 females concluding last night. A champion has been crowned, entertaining from start to finish here. Great content, some drama sprinkled in, some cringe sprinkled in as well, as we'll certainly get into. But Dashy secures the bag. Does this mean a massive buff for Dashy for the rest of this stage? Robot and Twitter, your thoughts in the comments below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. Before we get into the Dashy stuff, couple of quick roster things. Vegas Legion have confirmed Johnny, or just Johnny, whatever you want to say, he's back in the league. He was in the league before on Legion when they were Paris Legion back in 2022 alongside famously Jimbo. And of course, after Jimbo and Johnny were both out of the league, we know what Jimbo went on to do. Johnny, though, grinded down in challenges, has kind of been massively under the radar, I would say, for the last couple of years. But in the most recent tournament, he started to play better, got second at the most recent one, and was in the perfect position for Legion to want to bring him back. I guess, you know, Theory and the guys over there from a coaching POV think that, yeah, Johnny's the man to bring back through to the roster. So we'll see if that works. Of course, Asim is gone. No Purge to return, so Johnny's in instead. Is it going to move the needle much? I'm not so sure. I think they were playing like the worst team in the league with Asim there. I mean, they were 0-12 with Asim in the roster in terms of map counts. They can't get worse than that, surely. But does Johnny bring to the team the things they need when, in hindsight, Purge's, you know, leadership, communication, sacrificing himself in certain situations for the benefit of the team, meaning that attached Geo and, of course, Nero looked really good on the scoreboard. Maybe you could argue that was what was going on in hindsight. Does Johnny bring that same level? Not necessarily, but we shall see. They're trying to win a game. They play Boston this weekend on Saturday, their final series. They are guaranteed losers, though, already. So, yeah, they're going to try and win that. And Boston is a team that you'd at least be hopeful you can maybe beat in 5. So that's going to be Johnny's debut, or at least debut for Vegas Legion. He debuted for Paris Legion a couple of years ago. There's also this interesting change. So the Omit Brooklyn team for Toronto is now no longer ErikBooM, Lunas, Dak, and Donny Temp. It's actually going to be ErikBooM, Lunas, Dak, and Assault, who's coming in, of course, off the Los Angeles Guerrillas team now that Flames is coming to replace him. So where's Donny gone? Why is this happening? And where's Donny going? Because it was not confirmed, as far as I know, that Tempo is joining another Challengers team. But people in the replies are like, wow, I can't believe they dropped him. But Temp says it was mutual. Shout out to those guys. So, yeah, Temp obviously was, I imagine, pretty happy with this team. Either he's found another team in Challengers that he thinks is better than these guys, and therefore mutually they've decided to come to this decision. But still, this is a pretty damn good team in Challengers. I mean, it's kind of tough to upgrade from this on paper. So there has been some speculation. Could Temp have been picked up? Is it possible that he's up to the league and somebody's made a last-minute move? Maybe. Seems kind of doubtful to do it now, but I guess it's not impossible, or Temp's going to go to another Challengers team going forwards. But the last couple of days have been great. We have the Kason tournament, the $25,000 FaZe tourney, and sure, it ended in controversial fashion, as we talked about in yesterday's video, but it was still entertaining, and there was various funny tweets in the timeline as a result. And even Kason says, let's run it back on LAN at some point, right? Because the way that it ended didn't, you know, left a bit of a sour taste. And as he says, like, Nate, XQC, Trainwreck, Stable, Ronaldo, you know, pissed on you guys yesterday, we'll piss on you again, we don't care, challenge accepted, you know, put the cheese behind us. So hopefully that's going to come up at some point. And great to see the level this went to, I really thought, over the last couple of days. But for some time now, I've been waiting for the one Dashy 20 females chal, and I think they had maybe, you know, 15 together, and then Zinni said, look, my bad guys, I got no aura, gonna have to postpone this one. But fair play to Zinni, man, because he locked in. And honestly, if you'd have told like the competitive COD scene like a few weeks ago that Kason and Zinni were the two guys that really put together some phenomenal content, people have told you, oh, what's going on? These guys, like, you know, they don't do anything or whatever, right? That's what people say. But yeah, they've really killed it over the last couple of days. Of course, Dashy was the star of the show anyway, and there was a funny tweet such as this one from Grin. TJ versus 20 dinners up next. This guy is comedy. So this was one of the screenshots, of course. We got Dashy at the top, we got Zinni on the left-hand side, and we start off with 20. The plan is to get down to 1 over the course of a few hours. Have conversations, different rounds, goals get eliminated, and then, you know, it does remind me, just looking at this, of that kind of classic Zuma 1v4 against, like, was it Jenna or whatever her name was? I even forget nowadays who those girls were, when, like, it was Zuma and Scraps and all this, and there was that, like, dating editing show that was going on back then. You know, it kind of gives me those vibes. There was some quality Photoshop jobs going on as well here. So as they started to narrow down the numbers, I saw this flying around with, you know, a couple of imposters, shall we say. We got Ben J, Nassim, we got Ali Cat bottom right. You guys might not know. He's not actually there, of course. You guys can tell because they don't have the mute logo, right? But, you know, just entertaining as always. There was also this because, look, I'll share a couple of clips in a second just to clarify what this clip refers to. The WXC is the women's COD league that Ali Cat put together and runs. And of course, Zinni and Ali Cat, you know, they used to be together. Now they're not anymore. So, you know, that's why Zinni was kind of getting cooked for this one. But it was entertaining. I will just mention some drama before we get on to the actual clips themselves and the way this concluded. There's always drama, obviously. So this Angelina girl who said the following, just got kicked from the 20v1 because someone is lying that he is my ex. Like, what's going on? So this apparently refers to Money B. I don't really know why, but this Angela, I think she was in one of the clips we're going to show in a second. And then she got kicked from it because Bose was saying that they like dated or something and therefore that was problematic. I don't really know. Anyway, she tweeted this out, kind of, you know, linking this screenshot of presumably what she was texting Money B and, you know, at Dashy at Methods, trust your source though, whatever's going on here. So yeah, pretty wild. And then Bose tweeted a couple of things out as well. A lot of y'all got fur, you know what, as for a rat, I guess is what he's saying. So yeah, you can't stop the drama, can you really? So there was this one girl called Coco, right? And often, you know, what you'll find on these shows is that the girls, you know, they'll try and say something about themselves and maybe they'll try and, you know, leave certain elements of what they've done on their personality slightly behind the scenes for Dashy to try and figure out or whatever. And, you know, so this girl Coco, shall we say, like X-rated content creator, to put it bluntly, you know, there was some realizations maybe that were had over due courses or exactly what was going on there. There was also this, which is hilarious. So these two girls, and I'll share the clips of these two in a second, and, you know, Dashy got on rather well with these two, shall we say. And obviously, you know, a 2-for-1 special right here. So then Pred comes in the chat, and I know that even after this, I think it might have been these two girls that were trying to get Dashy to go to this bar called the Happiest Hour or something, and then afterwards, Dashy and Pred were in a convo, and Dashy was like, yeah, maybe I'll have to get a shower to head down there and make this one actually work. And obviously Pred in the chat saying, yeah, double trouble, baby, for Big Brucey. He has the highest 1v2 clutch rate in the league, is what Pred said in chat, which is funny because Pred does have the most 1v2 clutches this year, and you know, here he is at it again. So yeah, look, there's obviously going to be some cringe moments in this. I don't know why people are expecting Dashy or any of the copros or any of the gamers to be like spitting crazy game or anything, but that's what makes it entertaining. And of course, the champion Lillian in the end was victorious.
Different kind of like way about everything, and I also dated girls for the last 4 years, so I have a different kind of like softness. I think. I have a different kind of
dating girls, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, you're bringing something different to the table here.
Absolutely, something different.
Okay.
Maybe some friends. I'm just joking.
Maybe some friends.
I'm just joking. I don't know. Just joking. But yeah, that's
all right. Yeah, definitely a different.
I got OnlyFans.
Yeah.
That's what I was wondering. I was like, maybe we can duo up. You feel me?
Duo up?
So you got an Only? So you play competitively, right? Do you play like on a pro team, or you just?
I was in WXC, but they had a lot.
WXC.
Yeah, the women of Call of Duty.
Help me out with this. Then you familiar with this? I'm not. Be honest. I'm not too familiar with like
I am familiar with that league. Yes, I am. It's it's the women's Call of Duty league. Yes.
How does that work? Do they got tournaments?
Yeah, they do run some tournaments.
Is there land?
No.
Okay, so it's just
There's no
online.
lines. Yeah, it's online.
Be honest, are you godlike? Are you shitting on people, or are you just like?
I mean, I got few accusations.
Accusations?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm already thinking Valorant gamer. Is this like? Is this a reach?
Dude, Brandon, you literally know me.
Oh shit! Oh.
Like, what are you saying?
What's good? What's good? What's your name? What's your name, by the way?
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean he knows you?
I've literally hung out with him before.
Okay.
Really?
Yes.
Listen, I can explain.
He knows my first name. Don't even
Okay.
go there.
It's Paige, right?
First thing you said, yes. First thing you said to me is, everyone said you were 6 foot. And I was like, bro,
Wait, that's facts.
5'7". Yeah.
Whoa,
that's the
you're
first thing you said to me.
capping. She's capping. Big Z, listen.
I was
5'7".
literally with you and Matt. What do you mean?
With Matt.
I got truffle fries, and I have rigatoni
How
bolognese.
old are you guys?
So I'm 26.
Okay.
I'm 30, so you can call me mommy.
Oh,
Okay.
damn. Okay.
Come
Okay.
on, call her mommy, Brandon.
Listen. That's a round two. That's a round two. You know what I mean? When we're little,
Okay.
we get to know each other a little bit more. I like where this is. Listen. I like where this is started. That's all I gotta say.
I almost just passed out and just
I'm a
bashed
fan.
my head on the wall.
All right, we'll see.
Listen. I like where this is started. That's all I gotta say.
All right.
I'm a fan.
All
I'm
right,
a fan.
all right, we'll see you guys soon.
Listen, appreciate you guys. Yo, listen, listen, gang. We got twins off the rip. We got a 2 for 1.
Oh,
We got
buddy.
Listen.
So, put this into Call of Duty terms. That right there was like a 2-piece first blood nade spot.
That's
like insane dopamine. Like you start the round,
I
you're
like
on
that
main
analogy,
stage,
Big Z.
2-piece frag, you get 2 kills, 4v2, you're on top of the world.
Yep, we're brain dead.
That was
Listen
as
to
good
you.
as
We're
it
brain
gets
dead.
when it comes to the forwardness.
If my power goes out, quote unquote, randomly, you know what I mean? I'll try to fix it. You know what I mean? I'll try to
turn my camera to happiest hour. and see what's going on. All right, let's bring in the next contestant. Oh, we're heating
Absolutely.
up now.
I
Okay.
have not made content with another dude in those 9 months that I've been single.
So it's all old.
Yeah.
Yo, you been on browsers, bro?
It's all,
No,
We just gotta cut
No.
to the chase.
I have not.
Have I watched one of your shit before? You know? I'm joking.
and congratulations to
Let's get it,
Lillian.
Lily. Let's get it.
Congratulations
Get your
to
mom. Get your
Lillian.
mom on here.
Come on.
Get me ready here.
Get the mom
We
in.
live.
What an absolute pleasure.
baby.
Let's get it. Be ready.
What an absolute
Much love.
pleasure.
I'll be there for Christmas.
Yay!
Let's get it. I like that gumbo. Well, I'm gonna try it.
house ready for you to make.
Absolutely.
That was
We'll
awesome.
try that gumbo too.
So I thought quite a wholesome ending, actually, really. But we know that Dashy's been on these side quests for a long time. He's often talking about it. And, you know, that's always kind of been the theory over the last few years, that certain players, they get like a buff, you know. And some players probably get a nerf, I'm not going to lie. But some players maybe get a buff if they've got a girl in the background that's supporting them well and all this stuff. And as JP says, all I know is after watching that 1v20, we're in for an absolutely incredible scrum session tomorrow, right? Because today, OpTic don't play. They also don't play tomorrow. They play Sunday in only one game of the weekend. We'll see that in just a couple of minutes' time. And also, JP says it also just so happens that he has an incredibly good-looking and single coach that loves long walks on the beach, just in case anyone's heart was to get broken tonight. But, yeah, very entertaining content. Shout out Ziddy for putting this one on. And, of course, the question then becomes, could this become a regular feature of the situation? I think Dashy also here was putting out the bat signal to get him to the happiest hour, whatever that bar was called. And then Lillian, of course, the girl that he chose in there implies as Catwoman. So I thought it was really rather nice, actually. But yeah, there's been talk. Is it time for the JoeDeceives 20 versus 1? Or who do we get on next? Because, you know, plenty of pros that are single. Theoretically, you know, potentially Ziddy could run one of these once a month, maybe. I mean, that would be sensational, wouldn't it? So, yeah, the Dashy 20v1 was great. And Ziddy actually did mention it here, like, all right, who's next? That was really good stuff. So, yeah, long may this continue. Absolute cinema, absolutely. And, yeah, Dashy obviously very much enjoyed the show. So, we've got some games tonight. Obviously, OpTic play this Sunday up against the Los Angeles Thieves. There are 2 games this evening, one of which, I mean, I don't know, it's tough, isn't it? I mean, look at these games. It's not great. But Toronto play Boston. Toronto barely ever lose to teams they should beat, so I've got to think they're beating Boston. I think that Beans is probably back. I mean, he's back in the facility as if yesterday. I'm assuming he's probably well enough to play after the back injury that he had last weekend. So I'm thinking that he's probably back. And surely, therefore, will be stepping out of the team after doing a stellar job the most recent weekend, subbing in. They still lost, of course. Boston at this point may be beyond saving. Like, I think they absolutely need to win both of the series here to get to 70 points at least in the standings. Then maybe they could do something. But yeah, maybe it's just too far gone at this point. If they lose tonight, it's definitely chalked, I think. But it's probably been chalked now for some time. So that's the first series. Then Surge Thieves. Surge are an interesting team because they looked very good for a couple of weeks after bringing in 04. Last week, though, they lost to Miami 3-2, which wasn't great. Thieves are probably the team I'm looking at to be the biggest threat from now to the end of the season to the top 4. They're a team, I think, with a lot of potential. Ghosty is probably the best player outside of the top 4 teams. Maybe Gwyn, but in his role, Ghosty's certainly there. And Surge seemed like a more competent team, but I think Thieves are a bit better. And that's the other point here, really, is that all of these teams are locked in. We don't know seeding yet, but Toronto are guaranteed winners, Boston are guaranteed losers, and both Surge and Thieves, I think, are guaranteed winners as well. So very much interested in your thoughts on all this stuff in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, take care, and I'll see you next time.